With the launching of Bangla Bridge over the Jamuna River, constructed at the cost of TK 37.45 billion in 1998, Bangladesh's ability had been proven that year that bridges can be built over big rivers. Sheikh Hasina, who was Prime Minister at the time, initiated a move to construct a bridge over the Padma River. Pre-feasibility on the Padma Bridge project kicked off in May of 1999. That was the beginning of Padma Bridge project. From that point of view, the dream of Padma Bridge started 2 decades ago. The bridge, constructed at the cost of TK 300 billion, will be open to traffic on June 25. The pre-feasibility study of Padma Bridge was conducted from local funding. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina laid the foundation stone on July 4, 2001. At the financial assistance of Japan's International Development Agency JITSA, during the then government, the feasibility study of Padma Bridge was launched in May 2003. There was curiosity as to why the pre-feasibility needed to be conducted. Various related issues, including why bridge is needed over Padma River, the estimated cost, locating the site to construct at low cost, and the economic viability, are analyzed in the pre-feasibility study. Afterwards, the consulting firm proposes for the construction of the bridge. Analyzing the reports of pre-feasibility study and feasibility studies, it was found there was a discussion in the beginning whether the problem can be solved by increasing the number of ferries and developing the ferry terminals. The consultants, however, showed there is frequent erosion by the Padma River. So ferry terminals are shifted repeatedly. River crossing on ferries and other river transport is difficult due to strong current. People die in launch capsizes. River transport is also time-consuming. River can be crossed quicker if bridges are built. Additional number of people, transport and goods can be transported over the bridge. Later, a decision was taken that a bridge will be built over the Padma River. Questions arose where the Padma Bridge will be built. Experts analyzed the good and bad of 4 alternative routes during the feasibility study and 2 alternative routes during the pre-feasibility study. At last, the decision was taken to construct the bridge at Mawajajira points. Pre-feasibility study. A consulting firm of joint venture RPT Nadiko BCL worked for the pre-feasibility study. They worked between May 1999 and February 2001 and submitted a report. They conducted a comparative analysis for the construction of the bridge Paturia Dolatdia route and Mawajajira route. They showed traveling costs will decrease, rehabilitation expenditure will be less, and river training will be easier if the bridge is constructed at Mawa. The construction of a tunnel under the river instead of constructing bridge was also discussed. But the consulting firm did not recommend the tunnel due to technological complications and high costs. They suggested a 4-lane bridge and rail communication. The consultants primarily estimated the cost at about TK 50 billion at that time if the bridge with road and rail communication is built at Mawa. The cost will be at about TK 55 billion if it is built at Paturia. Nippon Koei Limited got the contract for the feasibility study. They submitted the report by 2004 suggesting location as Mawajajira. The government agreed to it. At the beginning, the consulting firm analyzed 4 probable routes for the construction of the bridge. Those were Paturia Goalanda, Dohar Padrasan, Mawajajira, and Chandapur Badarganj. Dohar Padrasan and Chandapur Badarganj were dropped in the beginning of analysis. In these 2 routes, the river is so wide that the length of the bridge would be 10 kilometers. So the main competition takes place between Mawajajira and Paturia Goalanda. It was seen that the length of main bridge both at Mawajajira and Paturia Goalanda will be a bit over 6 kilometers. The river bank at Mawa end is stable. As a result, the cost of river training will be less. According to the estimation, more transport will ply if the bridge is built at Mawajajira. Without railway connection, the construction of bridge at Mawa will cost TK 67 billion. The cost will be higher if it is built at Paturia. According to the feasibility study, It takes 2 hours via Mawa to cross the river on ferry. It takes 35 minutes to cross river at Paturia. Besides, goods-laden vehicles have to wait for 2.5 hours and bus for 2 hours at the ferry terminals. If the Padma Bridge is launched, communication will be easier and it will have a positive impact on the economy. The GDP of the country will increase by 1.23%, while the GDP of the southwestern region will increase by 2.3%.